Did you plot to hurt my father? Kevin roared. He never thought that the Bennett family would be crazy to such an extent. And to let him regain his family, he used Alan's life to threaten him.
Young man, you said so yourself. I didn't say anything.
Bob Pierce smiled slightly and said. Kevin punched heavily on the wall. Although he wished he could kill Bob, Kevin knew that the only one who could save Alan at this moment was Bob Pierce. Without him, even if he could get $50,000, the hospital wouldn't save his father-in-law. Furthermore, there was no way that he would have found such huge money. This was an open and proper scheme, but Kevin had no choice but to jump in. He could accept the fact that the Bennett family would not hesitate to use any means for him, but he definitely would not allow Claire's family to be harmed.
Boy, quickly make the decision. Mr. Wright won't be able to hold on for long.
A peaceful smile appeared on the old Bob's face. From the beginning, he had gauged Kevin's weakness as it was too obvious. That person was Alan Wright. If Alan was harmed in any way, Kevin would lose his mind. If Kevin had watched Alan die today, then his relationship with Claire would have come to an end. Bob was sure that Kevin would not make such a foolish choice. Kevin smiled sadly. He had made the right bet. Even without Claire, he would not have let Alan die. Alan had saved his life. Save him. Kevin's voice was terrifyingly cold as he made his decision. If anything happens to my father this time, I will destroy the Bennett family.
Young man, the moment you were born, the noble bloodline of the Bennett family flowed through your body. Now you have finally made the wisest decision. Believe me, the Bennett family can give you far more than just billions of dollars.
His words revealed a deep sense of pride. The Bennett family was known as the #1 wealthy class in the capital, and was not as simple as having money. The true power of the Bennett family was something that ordinary people could not even imagine. Wise? Kevin clenched his teeth, and a monstrous hatred could be seen in his eyes. When a person is kind and gets bullied, he would retreat time and time again. In exchange, he gained an inch of advance in his Bennett family. People of the Bennett family, they all thought Kevin was a dog. Come at once and left at once. However, what they did not know was that dogs could bite if forced to do so. At this moment, Kevin decided in his heart, from today onwards, he will not retreat half a step. Between him and the Bennetts, if it's not you who dies, then it's me who dies. He wanted Harvey Bennett to pay the price for his confidence. Bennett family, you forced me. Bob did not know what Kevin was thinking. He took out the contract he had prepared a long time ago, smiled at Kevin, and said,
Kevin, this is the master's gift for you. As long as you sign this, our family, all the businesses in Los Angeles County, will be yours.
Kevin glanced at Bob coldly. On the contract, there were different kinds of industries such as real estate, catering, communications, entertainment, and the internet. Almost all walks of life were involved. A rough estimate is worth hundreds of billions. It was also the first time Kevin heard how terrifying the Bennett family of the #1 wealthy class was. Their property alone could fetch a grand sum. Then all of America's businesses added up together. He was truly as rich as a nation. The more he understood, the more pressure Kevin felt. However, the arrow was already at the tip of the bow. Kevin had no other way out. Even if he knew that Harvey had dug a hole for him, he still had to jump down. Kevin no longer hesitated and signed his name on it.
Congratulations, young master. From now on, young master is the richest man in Los Angeles County.
Bob Pierce bowed respectfully. Richest man in Los Angeles County. Kevin laughed coldly in his heart. For an ordinary person, becoming the richest person in an instant would cause them to go crazy with joy. However, Kevin did not think so. If he could, he would rather live the life of an ordinary commoner with Claire than become the richest person in the world. But the Bennett family did not plan to give him this chance. From the moment he accepted the business of the family in the state of California, he could die at any time. Watching Kevin leave, Bob took out his cell phone and dialed a number.
Sir, he agreed,
Bob said respectfully. Yes. The voice on the other end of the phone was indifferent, obviously not surprised by this result. Stay at Beverly Hills during this time, and help him control the businesses as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
In addition, I will send a ghost servant to secretly protect him.
Ghost servant?
Bob Pierce widened his eyes in shock. He never thought that Harvey Bennett would send ghost servants to protect Kevin. What exactly did this illegitimate child have on him? Was it worth Harvey's caution? It has to be said that the ghost servant was the most important force in the Bennett family. Harvey Bennett once spent more than $30 billion overseas and bought an island as the training ground for the ghost servant. Then, from all over the world, they would search for children with good foundations and nurture them from childhood. Every child had to undergo hellish, cruel training. Their instructors were either the current martial arts grandmasters or the head of assassins. Every year, thousands of people entered the ghost servant training camp. But in the end, only one of them became a ghost servant. One could imagine how terrifying the ghost servants trained by the Bennett family were. In front of the ghost servants, those so-called soldiers and famous assassins were just a joke. Harvey had never thought of sending ghost servants to protect Kevin. Bob was very clear that even Harvey's son didn't have the qualifications to be protected by the ghost servants. But it just so happened that Kevin had the qualifications. Bob was alarmed. He knew that Kevin must have some unknown secret. This secret held much more value than the billions of assets of the Bennetts. After the arrangements by Bob, Alan's operation was completed safely. Seeing that there was no problems with Alan, Kevin went out to buy 2 breakfasts. Eileen and Claire had been waiting in the ward all night, so they should be hungry by now, he thought. Kevin carried breakfast and came to the door of the ward. Just as he was about to open the door, he heard Eileen's voice from the ward.
Claire, just divorce that Kevin after your dad recovers. You deserve better.
Mom, I've said it many times. I won't divorce him. Claire's long, shapely eyebrows creased slightly, and her voice sounded exhausted.
You must get a divorce.
Eileen's attitude was tough, and her tone was firm.
Claire, since your childhood, I have never said no to anything that you asked for, but this matter can't be discussed. If you don't divorce Kevin this time, you will see a completely different side of me.
Claire stared blankly at Eileen. She clearly understood that her mother was serious this time around. Divorcing Kevin was something Eileen had proposed earlier also. However, she would always give up as long as Claire shook her head. However, this time, Eileen's attitude was surprisingly unyielding.
Claire, it's not that I'm going to break you apart, but you're not a match. Kevin is not worthy of you. I knew it from the day he entered our house. At that time, if it wasn't for your dad promising me that Kevin would have a future, I would have never agreed to your marriage, even if I were beaten to death. Now, 3 years have passed. Has Kevin ever done a decent thing? And even now, he is still a takeout delivery man with a bare minimum salary of $1,200 per month. Do you want to live with this kind of man for life? Kevin stood outside the door with a calm expression. What Eileen said was the truth. In the past 3 years, he had indeed not done anything decent, nor did he give Claire any happiness. Now, it was Claire's time to make her decision. No matter what decision she made, he would accept it, even if it was a divorce. This time, he would leave unrestrainedly.
Hey all, Kevin here. Can't wait for you to watch my story, The Billionaire Bastard. Season 1 is now streaming on the Pocket FM Universe YouTube channel. To watch the next episode, tap here, and to watch the full season, click on the playlist.